Today we're going to be talking about striking and grappling in the gray area that lies between. Martial arts by today's standards often has outside striking, where the work from the ankles out here, and from here often go into a clinch, either here or straight in for a takedown. Chinese martial arts heavily emphasizes a gray area between striking and grappling, commonly referred to as trapping. There are some fine motor skills and some complex motor skills involved in trapping, which reduces the success rate at high speeds. What we're going to do today is demonstrate 3 simple trapping or leaking techniques that's extracted from the Manus boxing system. So the first, we're going to explore what happens with strikes and when is it appropriate to activate a trap. More often than not, the common error in Chinese martial arts is to go straight to here, leaving his backhand to hit. Okay? So trapping comes secondary to your striking. If you have a striking lane, meaning where my shoulders can come in and find a target, then that's my primary objective. Trapping is activated when my striking lane or my attack is impeded by his arm, whether defensively, whether flinch, whatever the case may be. So my primary objective again is to have strong striking skills, work and walk the body as we come in here. Boom, and I get a punch. Keeping it honest. So with that in mind, because striking, if he's skilled and I'm skilled, that happens very frequently, or I'm not controlling his arms, and that's where I aid a fist. So what I can do to enhance my chances of hitting and not getting hit is once I feel incidental contact with his arm, I can neutralize and immobilize that arm potentially. So from here, from hook punch, and he's going line, he's reactive, he can throw punches, he can defend, I can move my body, but when I have this indicator, I'm going to use this to slide across. Now I've gone across his body, and what I want to do is just press just enough to take this striking lane. This is called feng shou, or seal hand. The idea is that when you have the outside, this is your indicator to suppress and have this striking lane. Once I have this, I don't need to do a formal from here, as soon as I have line, this is as much as I need here. So I'm going to demonstrate, we're going to do the same thing, a little bit more lively. He's going to be combative. I'm not going to do a demonstration where he's going to allow me to do the technique. He's going to work his best to simulate a relatively unskilled opponent, but still be resistant and combative towards what I'm doing. And what I want to do is, once I have the proper indicator, I'm going to seal from there and take that striking lane. That should increase my chances of success. So we come from here, we start, and drops in. It may look a little sloppy because it's not choreographed, and we're going with control, but hopefully that is illustrative enough. So from here, to do with choreograph, from the hook punch, seal in and hit. Anytime you have any incidental contact, and come across here. Okay. Another technique we're going to talk about is straight lead. Rather than coming from here, rechamber, and out, there's a flexible, what's considered a flexible method in Manus boxing. It's talking about releasing the arm from muscular rigidity. So when I come in for the straight jab here, I'm going to deactivate my tricep and continue to advance. This is my indicator to come around for the hook punch. So let's go on this side. From here and out. So there's still a mild rechamber, but the important thing is to keep my elbow progressing forward so I can come to the ground and come around to the other side. Okay. From here and outside. Same thing for this side. If he negates it, come around this way. Okay. So putting those two together, now I have seal hand and I have twirling arm. Okay, let's go combative. Up. I forgot to mention, okay, striking commonly has 4 basic punches. and varying degrees of angles. Straight jab, rear straight, hook punches, and uppercuts. Chinese martial arts adds an additional 3, coming across using a weaponized form. Do you done 3-star?
Yes.
Come on. So there are some strikes that utilize the forearm. 3-star real quick. And we condition it here so that way, when we have, we're talking about streets, we're not talking about sport here, is if I have a line of attack, I'll come in and kill with the forearm here. I shouldn't use that word, it's a bad word to use. Sorry. So Chinese martial arts has the hammer, more often not using the forearm, the back fist, which is more often not using the forearm to the neck, and the whipping fist, which is a strike to the groin. So we can vary the targets with basic strikes here, and I can vary it even more by dropping it in. So, if you see a strike that you're relatively unfamiliar with, the question is, can that really work? Is there enough power behind it? The idea is that if I come in from seal, and I'm cheating. So, for illustrative purposes, if I have this line of attack, and for whatever reason I don't have this, say I'm tangled up like this, having this burst forward from a rear foot to the neck, you'll see people go unconscious from the brachial stun to the side of the neck here. Going back, so we're doing twirl hand from here and hook, seal hand, and let's go combat with those two. That's all we did, right? Okay, go for it. Oh, you okay? Yeah. Sorry. My bad. And increases my chances there. The third one we're going to do is open them up with the circle hand. So if I drive through here and he stops my momentum, instead of sealing, I'm going to let him come around here and hit. Okay, let's go on this side. If he's able to stop my momentum here, he has kinetic energy going this way. I'm still trying to be mindful of his shoot, be mindful of his strikes. Rotate it. And take the straight line in from here. Okay. So, 3 basic tactics: seal hand, trolling arm, and circle hand. Get a cheap blast?
Yeah.
Ready?